I know some people seem to denigrate AI and so forth, but these little chatbots are really helpful. I definitely recommend the place to someone who likes themselves some burgers. Then again, for all that, the chatbots don't necessarily know where we're located at any given time. I was directed south towards the Haitai Bridge, and it looks from the map that I'm seeing that we really need to be going east on Chuo-dori Street. And I'm hoping that's what I'm coming up to here, because quite honestly, it's always a dicey proposition to find a street with an actual name printed in English on it. Okay, we're still trying to get used to this. I got to this one intersection here, and it was listed as Imagawabashi, or Imagawa Bridge, and I thought, oh dear, we've gotten to the wrong road. And then I turned the corner so as to head east, where I thought I needed to be, and the other road is also listed as Imagawabashi. It's basically, that's the name of the corner, the intersection, rather than the road itself. And I knew that the numbering on addresses here was a little strange based on blocks and numbers of when each building was built, but they don't necessarily identify the streets at each intersection, but each intersection is given its own separate name. It's probably quite intuitive once you're used to it, but if you're not, it isn't. Still, now we just need to turn around and head actually north towards the river and the bridge that we were recommended to take a look at as part of our little sightseeing tour. I think at this point the computer probably thought we were at a different Freshness Burger outlet than I let on, because I was following Daniel's map to get there rather than the written instructions that my chatbot had given us, because we're more visual when it comes to maps and directions. So our first afternoon stop on this chatbot-led scavenger hunt is right here at the Mante Bridge, Montebashi, right on the edge of the Akihabara that everybody knows and loves. So it's a fairly quiet spot. Not a lot of traffic out here because what's there to see apart from the occasional train going by? And by occasional, we're talking every couple of minutes at least. So, well, we've actually made it to our first place. After going for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes in the absolute wrong direction. Haven't learned. We're trying to make our way to something called 2K540, which is supposedly a shopping arcade specifically for artisan crafts and all that. Just a window shopping, looking but not buying type of thing, to be sure. And ChatGPT told us to head north. I thought that meant on Chuo-dori. And the next thing we know, 15-20 minutes later, we're in Ueno. And yeah, we've gone way too far. And then when I looked back at the instructions, it was talking about going north under the viaduct, under the train tracks, which of course I never saw. So we're going to try it again over here by walking underneath the train tracks of the Yamanote line, like it suggested. It did mention turning, but it mentioned coming to a point where we were supposed to turn. So maybe it's me where the instructions were unclear or something, although the concept itself might not necessarily interest me. Just the fact that we seem to have found it is a win in my book. My goodness, it really is under the train tracks. They really have all manner of crafts here. And again, while this might not interest me as far as purchasing, and honestly, we've probably got more souvenirs than we can fit in our suitcase as it is. This is really something. And this goes on for a ways too, I can see. I'm just noticing as we get to the end of this that it would seem that the JR stations are about 1 kilometer apart. That's easily within walking distance. To be sure, that doesn't guarantee that the other station will get us back towards Ikebukuro. So, and of course, getting there would be the priority. At least with Akihabara, we know it will, and how to do that, which is more than we can say for the other location. Oh yeah, I can go back in here since on the outside there really isn't any access into the shops. But this goes on for quite a while. This is really impressive what they've got here.
Over here on the other side of the Yamanote line tracks, we seem to have come across a group that's just starting their little Mario Kart adventure. And now they've got the green light. Here they go. And the truck passes.
Meanwhile, I'm getting a little ambivalent about the written directions I'm getting from the chatbot. One of the things that it's telling me is to continue south towards Akihabara to find either radio or Gachapan Kaikan. And once we get alongside the station proper, we need to turn left that way. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that the station is over here on my right. So at this point, I think I'm giving up on the chatbot and I'm going with the directions from Daniel, where he's looking it up on a map. It's just safer to have a visual. And at this point, we're about right back where we started, at the Akihabara station and the electronics shop. So
We just passed by these pigeons who are not disturbed by us in the slightest. And they're like, just get out of my sun. Alexander the Great or something.